Hey, it's another behind the scenes. This week we're looking at the making of process of our latest little short, Special Delivery. The film was shot over the course of just one day. It was written and directed by myself, Connor, and was shot by David, and Tony helped out with sound. With such a minimal crew this time around, we all acted as assistants to each other almost, helping to set up lights, sets, and helping David out with the camera. The film starred the very talented Matthew Kelly, Connor Miley, who worked with us on Inside World, and Louise Burke, who played our delivery girl.
So, Connor, better film, this one or Inside World?
I mean, it remains to be seen, doesn't it?
Answer with the camera. People want to know.
Inside. I'm just great, let's be honest about it, you know what I mean?
In terms of gear, again, it was all our own. Using our own gear is so handy as it means we can produce the shorts for next to nothing, and it also means that we know best how to set it up and how it'll all work. In terms of lights, we had two different sets to light. Inside on the couch and outside by the door. Outside we set up a few LEDs to act as a bit more sunlight for our actors. The lights then had to be removed when we shot the wide shot, a shot that didn't even end up in the film. If you're setting up lights for a scene, try your best to get all the shots that use that setup at once before you have to move them. That way you don't have to come back and try to remember where exactly the lights were set up. Inside, Connor's character was watching TV in the film, so we had to set up an LED that I could flicker to give the impression of a TV screen. It was subtle, but with the help of some sound you have a TV in the film that you never actually have to cut to. When it came to sound, this film was a little more dialogue heavy than others, so we did our best to capture the dialogue as best we could during the takes. Tony, you did a great job. Any sounds that might have occurred over the dialogue during the takes were just avoided on the day, since these sounds would be recorded and then added in afterwards. The best example of this is the sound of the parcels being opened and handled, etc. Different equipment that was used was our shoulder rig. It was the main piece used for this film, since it played in nicely to the style of the film I was looking for. After that, we just used our tripod in tandem with our homemade dolly, which actually for the first time started to show its wear and tear when the wheels came a little loose. Nothing we can't fix later.
You don't have to track with him if you don't want to. If you just want to pull the dolly through, do you know what I mean? That could work too.
I'm looking at the duck, looking at the telly, or it's only getting this, what's going on?
Just getting the duck.
Okay, just a duck.
After that, a piece of equipment that we haven't actually mentioned yet but that is very important was the clapperboard. It seems annoying on the day, but it's vital when it comes to syncing audio with video later in post-production. All we mark in it is the shot number and the take number. It just makes it easier to find, for example, shot 8 take 2 in the edit when I'm trying to match the audio take that Tony recorded with the actual shot David recorded in camera. The slate was used in coordination with the shot list, another really important aspect of the film to make sure that the shoot just goes as smooth as possible. Since we didn't have a first AD, I took liberty on the shot list and the slate. It was a pretty smooth way of operating, but again, super important. Finally, something else we rarely mention is props. Usually because we don't have many, but this time I thought it'd be worth mentioning that we had to build and design some of the props ourselves. The parcels and labels were all designed by ourselves. We packed them how we wanted and had to maintain them throughout the day. After that, we just had some clipboards and a few rubber ducks. Simple enough. Having never just directed before, I found the whole process really smooth. Since I wasn't acting, I could solely focus on the shot list and the takes as they were happening. It was a really nice way to work and the shoot went surprisingly well. So that's it. As always, a link for the actual film is below. We hope you enjoyed it and we'll be back soon with another one. Okay, bye!